This one came up recently. I was watching my buddy, mainly retro, streaming the first Fable game, and I was reminded of my horrible experience growing up trying to play Fable 1. So it was like around 2000, I want to say. And my parents had bought a desktop that was like in the house. I had not played many video games up to that point. I did own my N64. I owned a Game Boy Color, but Fable seemed like the big new world and direction, like where you can kind of like pick whatever kind of character you want to build, kind of a next level for action RPGs. And I was always impressed by it, and I wanted to really get into it. So I had bought two games for the PC. One was Roller Coaster Tycoon, which I loved, and I played it, endlessly. And the other was Fable. But my computer specs were not sufficient enough to run the game, but it would still run some of it. So I could run Fable up until the point where you graduate from the college. So right by the time you would graduate, the game would crash every time. So imagine me as a single digit year old trying to email people at Lionhead Studios and whatever the gaming service was, the back of my box saying, "Hey, my game's not running. What do I do?" And I don't know what jargon they're speaking. So I had never gotten the game to successfully run at the point where you would actually build your character and make a good or bad character. So I would never see the results of all the fruits of my labor.
Mm.
So fast forward a couple years, and I would get a 360 so I could play it. So I had bought Fable and Oblivion, and I ended up just playing mostly Oblivion. But I still enjoyed Fable, and it was really cool for what it was. I always loved kind of the humor and the accents and everything. But no, at the time, it was almost traumatic. So maybe that's why I'm not a PC gamer today.
I wonder if Peter Molyneux ever got your emails.
I'll have to dig back in the archives.
I think you made the right choice playing Elder Scrolls a lot more.
Elden Ring.
You should play Elden Ring too, but
Got an early copy of Elden Ring.
but
Wow.
Elder Scrolls is like infinitely better than Fable. I guess I'm alone, but I think Fable is not very good. I don't like
That's
Fable.
weird, man.
In this crowd, you are, but in the internet, you're not. Most people.
Yeah, no,
don't like
that's true.
Fable.
People love those fucking Bethesda RPGs. I can't stand those Bethesda RPGs. Weird.